Hello and welcome to a whole nother awesome review. Today I'll be reviewing 1996 Fear, starring Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. This movie is fantastic. I watched it for the first time last night. It comes with DTS HD Master Audio. By the way, the audio on this Blu-ray is not that great, I gotta say. It's almost like Mark Wahlberg is whispering through the whole freaking movie, and no matter how loud you turn it up, you can barely hear him. I had my surround sound system turned up to about 60 and still could barely hear him in the scenes. And yeah, I mean, the audio quality is not that great. Also, the picture's not that great. It feels kind of like an upconverted DVD quality Blu-ray. There's a lot of grain in it. It doesn't look totally high definition. It almost looks like a crappy PVR recording that you would see on, some channel or whatever. Uh, it doesn't even feel, that much 1080p. Now, Universal doesn't do quite a good job of all their Blu-rays, and this shows that they don't do a very good job because the quality wasn't that great on it. But anyways, for the first time, I watched this movie last night, and I gotta say it's fantastic. Reese Reese Witherspoon as Nicole Walker was fantastic in this movie. Mark Wahlberg as the stalker, David, was great in this movie. The movie opens with, Nicole Walker. She eventually goes to this club. She meets this guy named David. She thinks he's a great guy. She's only 16 years old, and this movie came out in the 90s. So now this movie would be seen as obscene because she's underage and everything, right? But I guess when it came out in 1996, it wasn't that crazy to think about that. But at the same time, the father in this movie is very overprotective, but at the same time you understand why he's overprotective. I mean, his daughter's only 16 years old, and this older guy's interested in his daughter, and he is involved with this gang or whatever. And so many ways, what happens is he's very overprotective, and he sees her one time with her hugging her friend, Nicole Walker, Reese Witherspoon's character, and she's hugging him, and when he sees this, he goes up to him and he punches him, and he pushes her out of the way, giving her a black eye, which is a foreshadowing of kind of what's going to happen in the movie. And when Mr. Walker finds out this, he's really upset. But Mr. Walker's not that great of a guy either. He's actually cheating on his wife with one of Nicole's friends behind her back. And David knows this, and he's kind of using it as a card to get so he'll look the other way, basically. But anyways, Mr. Walker has none of that. He tells him, you keep messing with my daughter, I want you to break up with her now, or, I'm going to cut your balls off, basically. That's what he tells him. And I'm going to shove it down your throat. That's what he tells him. And David's like, whatever, you know what I mean? So then what happens in the movie is you kind of see the dissension of Mark Wahlberg's David becoming a psychopath, because when Nicole's father crashes his house, he basically loses it. But he's already losing it because he assaulted Nicole one time at the school when she was there. And she tells everybody about that, so everyone knows about that. Even the school board knows about that. So what happens is he loses his ape shit, basically, because you understand this guy's becoming more and more of a psychopath. He actually kills Nicole's friend, and they find that out later in the movie. So he decides to take revenge with his buddies and go to her house and basically kill everybody, except for her. I guess that's his master plan. So he goes to her house, and the first thing he does is he chops her dog's head off. I'm not kidding. This happens in this movie. It's one of the most intense moments, and he throws the dog's head through the doggy door, and it's like, oh my freaking god. I could not believe that. That was one of the most disturbing scenes in this movie, and it's like, whoa. And he's he's totally lost his mind at this moment. They're trying to come through the glass doors, but everything is barricaded. This one guy's using a drill to try to get through this basically bulletproof glass, and and one guy's trying to climb through the window, and they push him back. The guy with the drill trying to drill through the bulletproof glass. The mother takes the drill, drills his hand. There's a lot of really good scenes in this movie. They got a big showdown between Mark Wahlberg's character and Mr. Walker. And, David, let's just say, gets his ass kicked and gets thrown right out a window. Spoiler alert. And, there's a lot of great scenes in this movie, and it's a really great film. I'm actually surprised I didn't watch it until now. But I gotta say, the Blu-ray, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because I don't feel the quality is up to par. I noticed Universal doesn't do a fantastic job of all their transfers, basically. But the sound quality is not that great either. Probably even worse than the picture. And I was to rate the sound quality out of 10, I'd probably give it a 3. It's really bad. It's probably even worse audio than you would get on a DVD. And you can tell, sometimes they put that DTS HD Master audio on it, and you can just tell that it's not really the master, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review of Fear. I really like this movie. This is probably my favorite movie about a stalker that I've ever seen. And if you want to watch a great movie, watch this film. And I'm going to be doing some more reviews very soon. And I think one of my next reviews is probably going to be Stephen King's It on Blu-ray. So I can't wait to review this movie next. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my review of Fear. And have a fantastic night, everyone.